professor of applied statistics and economics at Makerere University Business School. I've been there for 18 years as a lecturer. And before I was in the bank, Stanbic Bank, those who worked in the bank 4 years ago, for 4 years. So coming to this platform, I was sick. I had a severe asthmatic condition. That started in 2020 during the second COVID lockdown. And it was severe. The first feeling was severe because I had never known that actually I have an asthmatic condition. It just happened. And it happened, you know. I was so sick. I could not breathe. I could not walk. I could not get off the bed. I could not do anything for myself. I could not speak. I could not call anybody because everything took a lot of oxygen from me. I could not even get annoyed, even if you abused me, because that was taking my oxygen. And I went on oxygen, 48 hours, inhalers, you know, I was on that treatment. So for 2 years of my life, I felt like I'm a visitor on this earth, you know, like I've visited somewhere where I don't know. That's how I was seeing it. I could not breathe. I could not feel any fresh air, even if I stood under a tree. You know, I was using the medication. I was using the supplements. I was using herbals. You know, when you're looking for life, everything you try it out. And I'm telling you, the relief would hardly be felt. So after 2 years, my friend introduced me to the products on this platform, the BioDisc, the BioLite, the Chip Pendant, and all of them as you saw them. And I procured. I started with the BioDisc and BioLite. Immediately, I started drinking the water that is structured on the BioDisc. And members, in 2 days, to my surprise, in 2 days, I felt a very great difference. I started feeling the fresh air around me. I would want even to walk under the tree because I was feeling so fresh. That's the power of the product. And because of that, I just went ahead and bought all the other products. I didn't have the money, by the way, because I had spent over 22 million, but I went and borrowed it. I borrowed it and bought the rest of the products because I realized this is my life. God has given me a second chance. And until today, this is the 4th year. The Suzan you're seeing here, thanks to God and courtesy of the QNet products. I'm so, so grateful. And you know when you get something good, and whoever saw me, they knew because my color had turned black, you know. I didn't know when you have no oxygen, your skin color changes right from head down to the legs with a lot of patches all over. And when colleagues saw me improving, of course, and excited, everyone wanted to know why. And I had to tell them that I came across these powerful products. And colleagues, when you talk to people, you realize that many people are having similar problem or worse. And they bought. And one bought, another one bought, another one bought. I didn't know that I was making money. And only to check in my email, I have a credit note, a credit advice from QNet. That surprised me of $91. Then I had to reach out to a colleague who introduced me and say, is this true? Oh, these are hackers. You know, for us in academics, we think every other is a hacker. So I thought, these people already knew that I traded online and they hacked me. I see many people fear to buy online. So I also had the same fear. And when I asked, the friend told me, no, you remember you referred, so and so and so and so and so, that's the money. And more is coming. You're going to get another check. And indeed, that same week, I got another check, $112.5. Another week, $225. I was like, So I'm making money until I made $1,000. I was like, wow, what a blessing. You know, I've been sharing things. I've been referring people in academia. We are counselors. We refer. We do everything. But we have not paid for that, you know. And I was like, oh, my God. So I can make money. by guiding other people, helping them to buy these products. I called my friend. I said, you know what? Come and explain me. And she showed me these numbers. You know, I teach a professor of applied statistics and economics. The numbers are my friend, you know. I had to listen to the numbers. When I saw those numbers, I was like, wow, I've been teaching exponential functions, but I didn't know how to make an exponential income. And here it is. Members, if you saw those numbers very well, you have 3 tracking centers, you come up with an exponential income. Not a standard salary monthly. I don't want to talk about salary because Coach Farida has talked about it. You know what it is? We got salary on Thursday. I don't know how many of you who are staff, you still have salary. You know, we should be now planning for how we are going to run a month. Before even the month ends, another month starts. We are planning how are we going to run. Because the money is gone. Use it before it even comes. When it comes, it clears debts. Then it comes back to zero. And when I saw the numbers, I was like, Susan, when will we achieve the financial freedom? The dreams. You know, you were told from childhood, I was told, read hard, get better grades, and you'll get a good job. And I did that, and I got my dream job in the bank. I went for my PhD. I'm a professor. I do consultancy, but I don't see exponential growth in my income. I tried small businesses. Colleagues, they all went down. Coach Frida, what you said is true. Every small business I started, it didn't even see its first birthday. It didn't. Not because I didn't know how to count. Not because I wasn't there. You get it? So when I came to this platform, I realized that I have the opportunity to achieve my dream. And I'm not going anywhere until I achieve my dream. Service in the university is a call, but making money is everyone's need. And I have to make that money. The permutations, the combinations, I see them here. Get 2, binary system. Everyone get 2. And I realize no one can fail to get 2 people who believe in them, who can work with them. So why not? We churn out so many people. I saw many of my students graduate on Thursday. And then when I look at the job market in the country, it's so narrow. First class student is in the grocery shop. I have my students who graduated, very good degrees. They are riding border. So where's the job? And what are they looking for? Income. And when you get back to the person who invited you, they are going to tell you how much you need to invest here. You'll be shocked. But you have a big opportunity. And this gives me an opportunity now to help my students. I don't want them to go out expecting high when actually the job market is limited. How will I help them? They'll come back to me and say, Madam, you told me, I got the grades, but here I am. Now I have something to give them that I'm sure of, because I've been to the headquarters in Malaysia. I've been to the conferences in the VCon. I'm telling you, I've seen young people who have been to university with very good degrees. They are surviving and they are doing very well in this business. They are not bothered with looking for a job. So I have an opportunity at my hand, not for me alone, but to share with my community, to share with my students, because I carry my students at heart. Those who are here, you know me. Okay. So thank you so much, members. Thank you for listening to me. I'll share the pictures the next time. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Professor Suzan. That is absolutely powerful. I don't think the pictures will take so long. It will just take a few seconds. Let's see the pictures. Coach Farida, do you have the pictures? Coach Rehma?
Wow,
could
wow,
share the
wow.
pictures.
Thank you
It will make such a
so
big
much,
difference.
Professor. Thank you, Professor, for pouring your heart out. As the pictures come, Coach Rehema, are you sharing them?
No, we'll share them next time.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was powerful. When a professor talks about education, when a professor talks about people graduating with no jobs, I think she's the right person to talk about it. This is what is happening. I know people who did law, Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Business Studies, Bachelor, they are riding borders, Professor Suzan. That is the reality of today, where the world is. That is why when I saw many, many people celebrating yesterday, I was like, oh my God, do they even know what is waiting? What is awaiting them out there? You know, Professor Suzan, I told my children, yes, you're going to go through school. They are actually actively studying, but not for looking for jobs, for purposes of jobs. They're in school basically to widen their networks, to connect with people who are going to matter in their lives, not necessarily to look for jobs. Because today, the reality is already biting. Every university, everywhere. We are talking about, Uganda, South Africa is the same, Kenya is the same, Malaysia is the same. So the earlier we actually took on this opportunity, the better. Thank you so much once again, Professor. Thank you, my co-presenter, Carol Green. I loved doing it with you. Yes, over to you, Carol, before we close.
Thank you, Coach Farida. I am so grateful we had this opportunity to help our guests rewrite their stories. There's so many people who are here today. And I love what Professor Suzan said. Get back to the person who invited you here and ask them, how do I get started? Ask them, when is the next event? Ask them, how do I get trained? Ask them anything and everything. They're here to support you. So back onto our system. Tomorrow we'll be having our product presentation, what we call the wellness presentation. You saw me talk about the products, the testimonies. Come and learn the science behind this amazing technology. The innovation you didn't know you needed is going to be happening tomorrow, same time. So make sure you get the link and you'll be amazed at how much information you can take home and improve on the quality of your health and wellness for yourself and for your loved ones. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be bringing the session to a close.